Guys, welcome to Delaplaine, Arkansas, the start of a new series and the start of our dairy here. And this map, just for full disclosure, almost the new home of the farm. It just missed out, but I was going to move the farm series here. So I like this map a lot. I wanted to start something on it, and I realized that our channel doesn't really have a Let's Play, and it doesn't really have a farm. So let's do that. Let's build a farm here. And here is the farm over here on the right. Now, yes, the barn does not look perfect. And that's what I like about it. It gives a little character to it. It looks old, it looks worn, and that is right up my alley. Right there is the cow pen right there, and we'll just drive up here a little bit, and I'll open up everything so you can see inside. Now, this tour will be a short tour, only because this place is very small, as you can see. We can hold 51 cows in here, and I plan to. That's the only way that we're going to make any money, is maxing this barn out for sure, but this is the pen that they're going to be in, and that is the entire barn tour. Now, I'll go outside, I'll show you just how little land we have. Let me walk over here into the corner. There isn't enough room to really do anything with this land outside of maybe put a silo up here, and I guess put a silo up here. That's really it. I mean, there's really no field area or anything, but I do want to grow this to be our dairy over here. So this will be this, and then we'll be able to buy other pieces of land. Probably not that one anytime soon across the street or over there, because they're huge. But we will be doing this with contracts. That is how we're going to make enough money to grow this place. Not every time. The contracts will be around, but I would also like to just make our own, put up some greenhouses, sell some produce, things like that, to make our own money here on this series. Okay, now we are going to check out the contracts, because we need one, and immediately we see David needing fertilizer, $38,336. Now, I don't have lime, I don't have a spreader, and I don't have a tractor, so we are going to have to borrow these items. It's going to take a little money off of the 38,000. I guess we're a couple thousand, I'm guessing, but either way, and it says 1,000 for the lease. So let's get this done, and let's see where we end up with David. Alright, so I've got everything hooked up, and I said lime, I meant solid fert, sorry. But yes, we have fertilizer for days, and we are headed up to field 109. 30-something thousand dollars. I still don't know what we're going to spend that on. I don't want to get cows immediately. I would really prefer to build up the feed that they might need first. I learned that on Ashton Corners when I was trying to start a dairy farm there, and the save game on Ashton Corners gives you about 100 and something cows and no food, and oh boy, that's a task. And this will be too, because we have got to get this contract done so that we can make some money, so that we can start growing our own farm. But let me get this all started, and I'll pick it up somewhere in the middle, I'm sure. Alright, now moving right along with this, we're about 15% done with the contract, but I do have to say, these fertilizer contracts are probably where it's at. This is going pretty fast. Now, we're using 5-speed right now, and probably will for the whole series. That way we get, if not 5, maybe 10, just so that we kind of get a realistic day in there. I think 10 probably is the most realistic as far as what I feel, but we'll use 5 to start here, because I'm not really sure how long this is going to take. And yeah, the crop destruction, thankfully for this farmer, is not on. Alright, now continuing in this field, and I'm thinking out loud, or I'm thinking to myself, should I say, when I'm doing this field, what do we spend this money on? And I think the first thing we have to do is buy a silo. That's the first. The second thing we have to do is do another contract. And I know that, you know, in reality, we'd need a house and that things like that. But if we have some money in our bank account, I'm just going to say that we've stayed the night at a hotel until we can get a proper house on that field, which I think is where I'm going to put the house anyway. I think the house goes well with the barn. It'll just be a little farm, but I would also like to get into other things on this save game really no rules, no mission or anything like that. We're just trying to make money and play the game. So I would like to try other things in this. And with that, I mean maybe cement. Do that. I've never done that before. I'll try some greenhouses. That's not really too explorative, but I will do that. That way we can make some money that way as well. That way we're not doing everybody else's fields. But eventually, I would like to buy my own tractor. That's a big thing on a farm. We need that. And if we buy our own tractor, we'll be able to lease out these pieces of equipment and maybe make some more money. But I will continue going. As you can see, we are right there in the north, I guess the central north central 109. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, and just about done. We're at 99%. We are on the last little row crop here of this field. And I'm not going to worry about spending the money immediately. I'm going to probably do another contract, if I'm being honest with you. Just because it's just before noon. I'm going to try to work here until about 5 or 6. So just before noon now, I think we can probably get another field done. And then from there, we'll be able to see how much money we do have and go from there. Because I think silos, the one I want, is about 30,000. That's a lot of money. So yeah, and then I know the greenhouses are around that or more, so we'll see what we have. But I'm gonna finish this field. I know that it's completed. I got to get all the way down here anyway, so let's just finish this field up for, what was his name? David, I think. Either way, we'll do this, and we'll get back to the farm and see what other jobs await us. All right, now back here at the farm, and yes, it is David. It's going to give us 37,000. I don't think, well, yeah, 37,336. As you can see, the thousands taken off for us borrowing the equipment, but that will do that contract. So we have a little bit of money at least. Now, fertilizing, that's right by David's. That's another 34. I think we do that, and then we're really off and running. Now, again, it's going to cost 1,000. It's going to be the same setup as David. We're going to do this for Katie, and we are going to make 34,900 and, well, $33,936 after we borrow or lease this equipment. Do you see? That's why we need a tractor. That's why we need to get equipment. That way, we're able to actually provide these services other than going down and leasing things and having it cost us money. Anyway, we're going to get in the field. We're going to do this one because it's a little afternoon right now, and we've got a lot to do. All right, now full disclosure, I had to do a little bit of math because I goofed up. I hit the button to accept the contract, and what had happened was I didn't borrow any equipment. The space bar will do that to you. Unfortunately, the space bar for me also starts recording. So I hit that button and goofed it all up. But I did do the math. We are going to make $34,936 from this contract. What I ended up doing was leasing this equipment. It cost me $10,490. I'm just going to reimburse myself, if I can talk, going to reimburse myself everything but $1,000 on that because that is what Katie would have charged us to use the equipment of hers. So that is how we are going to work all of that. But let me get into this field and let me get this contract done. Okay, now driving through this mess, sort of. I don't know if I'm going straight. GPS is really not working all that well. So I'm really not sure if I'm going straight, but I hope I am. I see that it's fertilizing the side of the field, so that's all we can hope for. But this will be a long drive if this is what we're looking at the whole time, which is what we'll be looking at the whole time. All right, so this field is huge, 1:03 in the afternoon. I'm hoping that we can get this field done right here before 5 o'clock. I think it's going to be pushing it. Not driving in straight lines, that's going to definitely hinder the time. But yeah, just trying to get all of this done, but looking at this at the same time is pretty painful. All right, so it is 2:20 right now. It's about an hour later, and we're still doing this field. We're still using GPS. We have got a little bit more to go. But this field is really big, and without this GPS, I don't think I would be getting it done anytime soon. But we're at 83% of the way done. We'll have somewhere in the ballpark of $60,000 after we're done here. And I do want to buy a silo. That's probably the first thing that we should buy anyway. So we'll buy that, and then we'll see where we sit. Greenhouses, we're gonna need some equipment for that. And you're like, what? Well, we're gonna need at least a forklift, and that costs some money. We're going to need a trailer so that we can... Now, I don't want to just have it sell. I actually want to do the selling. I want to bring it to the sell point. So we're going to need a trailer as well. We're going to need a little bit more infrastructure there, but I think in a couple more episodes, we should be fine. These contracts are paying pretty well. Like I said, $60,000 right now after today is a pretty good day. I don't know how much money you guys make in a day, but that's a good haul. We'll finish this up, and then we will see where we're at. Alright, so it is 2:39, and we have just gotten done with this field. Now, we're going to drive back to the farm, and we are going to... That's where we're going to drop this equipment off. We're going to worry about the math. Like I said, it costs $10,490 to lease all that stuff that I did for the day. So we made $34,936 here today in this field, which was great. Made another $30,000 this morning. It's 3 o'clock right now. We still have a little bit of time, so we can still look into what we'll be able to get with all this. We still have to get back to the farm and collect on this contract and see exactly how much money we do have, but I don't want to go for broke right off. I would like to leave a little bit of money in our account. Maybe next time we'll be able to lease one of these tractors and an implement to get a job done for the day and do multiple jobs with it. I don't know how that will... Actually, I don't even know if that would really work out, would it? Because if it's $1,000 to lease this stuff, it's $1,000 to lease this stuff a gig. We would have to do about 5 gigs. So maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll be doing it from the contracts. But what we will do is get back to the farm. I can see it up there. So let's get there and figure out what's going on. All right, now arriving here at the farm, and yeah, this is where I put the shop area because I don't... Delaplaine is a huge map. I don't want to be driving all over it for the shop. That doesn't seem like it's a good use of time. Let me get that map off the screen here. So yeah, so this is another contract done for us. We're going to save real quick because I have it on that. But as you can see, $34,936 is going to be awarded to us. And it says 99%. Do we really have to go back there for 1%? What did I miss? 99%. Alright, so back here in the field, 99% done, and we are just looking for any spot that is not done. And I wish I could say that I was using this to pad time. I wish I could say that this was something that I was doing as a joke, but it's not. It's 99% done, and I cannot find anywhere that it's not done. So we might just have to say that we did this. There's proof. There it is, right there. That little strip. Look at that. Very serious about the contracts around here. You missed 2 rows. And I can hear Blue Zach right now telling me that I missed a spot. Yes, I did. And now, and only now, nope, not now, we missed somewhere else. We will get the final 1%, and then, and only then, will we be able to buy a silo. Look at this right here. Right there. Now, it's hard when this is all you're looking at right here. So, I will give myself that, but, wow, how frustrating is that? We'll move over here. And it's still 99%. This is becoming a joke. Okay, so I found the final part of what we were missing right here. Just this little strip Missed it by a little bit. And now, and only now, is the contract finished. But you know what? Just to prove a point, we're going to go all the way down here. All the way down here to complete this. And then I'll pick it back up when we're at the farm. Okay, so now 3:15, and it's all because we missed a spot. But we are going to drive down here to the farm. We will purchase a silo, and then we're going to start looking at a couple greenhouses. I do want to get that going, but I do want to at least have some kind of idea of how much it's going to cost in my head to run one of them. Actually, you know what? The greenhouse is way too far off. Let's just start looking at some silos real quick. We've got at least a few big fields to go until we even think about a greenhouse. I'm just thinking of how much things cost. And no, I do not want to take a loan out. Okay, so in the silo area right now, and I do want to put this silo somewhere. I'm thinking maybe we could put a driveway right here and go back to it. And then maybe have the house over here, or maybe vice versa. Well, let's put the silo over here. So I'm just going to get... I could get a cheapie. Let's do this. Let's go 30,000. We don't have enough money yet. Oh, we forgot to collect the contract. We will collect that. Money paid. $68,000 is what we have to spend. That will easily be enough for this. And maybe we put this right... right over here. Like this. Yes. Okay, so then we will put a, I'll just draw it right now, why not? Have a little road going on this side. It's actually one of the times where the square actually does do well. And very simply, we're just going to make it come right to the silo, and then we'll just have a little turnaround area right here. And that will be that as far as the road is concerned. And also that will be that for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. This is the start of the Herd Dairy Farm. You were here for the beginning. I do appreciate it. And if you've made it this far, please hit the like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. It helps the channel. Trying to get to 3,000 this summer. And those birds just flew by. Perfect unison at the perfect time. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Thanks a lot. I'll catch you in the next one.